Hey everybody, welcome back to TJ's Modeling Bench. This is going to be a little quick update kind of video. I'm still working feverishly on Eli's Mini Cooper build and getting a little bit of work done on the USAC build and trying to finish the Mirage build. Yeah, my plate is full without question. Anyway, I got a few shop card shout outs to make. I've had these now for a couple of weeks and just haven't really gotten the time to do a proper video for it. So the first one, this is Kelly Kuntz from Model Car Archaeology, and this is the one side of his card, and then here's the flip side. That's his logo. All right, and I met Kelly at the SCMA in South Carolina last month. My girlfriend and I went there, and I had a few models in there. Didn't win any prizes, but Kelly did give me a kudos, and he shared with me one of his coins, the I Like That series. And if you haven't checked out Kelly's channel, that's one of the series that he does when he goes to shows and he sees something that catches his eye. He'll tell you a little story about that vehicle or that model, whatever it is. And yeah, really cool guy. Give him a sub if you haven't yet. Check out his channel. He's got some really cool stuff on there. And then the second one comes from a long way away, back up there in the Big Sky, Montana. And this is Joe Toller from Big Sky Model Workshop. And Joe's got a few youngins around his house too, and his 9-year-old Andre, I think it's Andre, he's working with him right now building a model. So very similar to what I'm doing for my grandson, except that he's got his son right there with him, so he can work side by side. Whereas in my case, this is being done long distance through video, so that my grandson can follow me on video. We're not side by side. But yeah, Joe at Big Sky Model Workshop, and he's put out a lot of content in the last year. I think he's only maybe been doing this about as long as I have, or maybe even less than I have. I'm right at a year now myself. And Joe also shared with me a sticker. The sticker is just like his card. Cool stuff. And Joe's background, he did a lot of one-to-one race car driving, racing, and working on his own vehicles. He was on one of the podcasts recently and kind of gave his backstory and all that and how he got into it. And he's returning to the hobby after a long break from it. But he's got a great channel, some great stuff. So again, if you haven't checked him out yet, be sure to do so. Thanks, guys. I appreciate what you've done for the community. And Kelly, thank you for the kudos on my diorama. That was really nice. I thank you very much for that. All right, so I've also got a couple of products that I purchased recently, and I don't know how many of you guys use masking fluids. I have one. Well, I actually have two that I had been using. One is, this has kind of been my go-to for a while. It's Fast Mask by, I think that's Pactra, or Parma International. And it's really made for doing like Lexan car bodies for the RC guys. And it's kind of thick. Well, yeah, it's very thick. But it's like a liquid latex, but it's rather thick. And then the other one I have is from Microscale, and it's their masking fluid. And what I found with it was it's almost too thin, and it actually gets kind of brittle. So when you go to remove it, it doesn't come off in one piece very easily. And I didn't like that. So what I found, I think I saw this another modeler maybe in the model aircraft community. And this is from AK. This is their masking fluid. And I'm not positive. I think the ABT, that may be part of their Abtalung. Their Abtalung series of products. Anyway, this is a liquid latex, and it's not too thick. In fact, it's fairly watery, but I do like it better than the micro scale stuff because this will come off in one piece. And it, even though it looks pretty watery in the bottle, it actually goes on kind of thick when you first do it. So I used it on the Mirage build currently to mask off my windshields, my canopy and the windshield, so that I can get my canopy frames painted. I also masked off the marker lights on the wingtips and one on the tail, and it worked beautifully. So yeah, that's a good one to have. Now, the other product I have to share with you, I haven't actually used this yet, but I've seen a similar product to it, and I like the idea of using this over super glue or the CA glues for doing photo etch. And this comes from Deluxe Materials, all right? And it's a photo etch glue, and what I like about this versus CA, so photo etch is a metal, and CA doesn't really provide a great bond to metal. Now, granted, this isn't going to be used in a high stress area, so you're not shaking it or vibrating it, so it should stay in place. I don't know, not my favorite way to do it. So this has a little more flexibility to it. And the way you use it is you put a little bit on the area where you're putting the photo etch, and you put a little bit on the photo etch itself and let it tack up, so it's almost like a contact cement. And the really neat thing about this, if you see here on the back of the bottle, it comes with a tip and then a tip cleaner basically. And it's located, at first I thought, well, man, I got gypped. I don't have a tip with mine. Well, you peel up the corner of the instructions on the back side, and it's actually molded into a recess on the back side of the bottle. And there goes the tip cleaner. So, and the tip's about to fall out as well. But it's like a hypodermic type of needle tip. If I can get that to focus at all. Well, you know what a hypodermic needle looks like. Anyway, so I recommend using something like this for photo etch over CA, even thick CA. That's just a personal feeling of mine. Anyway, I'm still working, got a lot of things to do, trying to get caught up with group builds. I'm not going to make the deadline on the Mirage, and I likely won't make the deadline on the USAC build, but it's coming along. But I hope y'all are having a great week, and keep on modeling. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't yet. Check out those other 2 YouTube channels that I mentioned, and y'all, peace and love.